Emma Pass, and in this video we will look at using the plagiarism checker or the originality reports within Google Classroom. Now, you need to know before you start this that this feature is only available for Google Workspace for Education accounts. So your school or district needs to be signed up with a Google Workspace for Education account. It can be the free version or it could be the paid for version, and there are some slight differences between how you can use it in the two, and I will talk about that in this video. But to get started, you need to be in an assignment. If you need to learn how to create an assignment, you can go back to a previous video. And in our column on the right-hand side at the very bottom, you can now see, because I'm in my Google Workspace for Education account, at the very bottom, I now have this option to check plagiarism or originality. I'm going to go ahead and turn that box on. As a teacher, that's all I have to do to get this set up. And then when the student views their assignment, they will see a very similar option in the right-hand side of their column that will ask them if they would like to check the plagiarism or the originality on their assignment. What this feature essentially does is it takes any document attached to the student's assignment and it will run a Google search on that document against everything else on the web, and it will flag specific passages looking at the originality in those passages. Students can run this 3 times themselves before they turn it in, looking at where their passages are getting flagged. So it's really meant to be a teaching tool for students to check their own work and fix the work before they turn it in. But of course, once it is turned in, as a teacher, you can run the report on the students as well. So let's look at that. So when you're in an assignment looking at the student work, you're just going to click into any piece of student work and it will open up the grading window. And I'll talk all about how to use this window in another video. And then as you can see over on the right-hand side, under Files, you'll have the name of the file and then right below this option to check plagiarism. So you're going to go ahead and click that. As you can see, it gives you that notification that it's currently checking the plagiarism, ... It'll take a moment or two. And typically I don't do this feature for every single student assignment that they turn in. As a teacher, I have a general sense of my students' writing. And if I'm reading something that looks suspicious, then maybe I'll do this check plagiarism feature. And as you can see, the student had no flagged passages, so they are good to go. If a student did have flagged passages, this is what it would look like when you clicked flag. And again, this looks the same whether you're a student or a teacher. So over on the right-hand side, it would show you all of the matches that Google hit on the essay. And then it would also highlight those flags in the essay itself. So the teacher or the student could click on one of the flags, and then over on the right-hand side, it would show, hey, this is what was in the student essay, and then this was the top web result, and it will bold word for word what was the same, showing you, was this, completely cut, copied, and paste? Was it just paraphrased, maybe not well enough? And you can also visit the top web results. So if students did need to make that a quotation or cite that source, they could do that directly from there. The last thing to mention is this difference between the Google Workspace for Education Fundamentals, the free version, versus the paid for version. If you're using the free version, you can use 5 originality reports per Google Classroom that you own. So that would be 5 different assignments. So if you're an English teacher, 5 essays, and so on and so forth. If you do have the paid for version, those are unlimited. It's also worth mentioning that you can view originality reports for 45 days after they're run. So there is a kind of time limit on those. And then students can run the originality report 3 times on any one of their assignments. I don't think students usually need all 3, but they do have that limit. And that is Originality Reports, or the Plagiarism Checker on Google Classroom. For more EdTech tips, tutorials, and lessons, you can visit my website, empoweredu.co, or find my teacher's paid teacher store, Empowered EDU. See you next time.